yako Mheshimiwa Rais, nikubalie kwa kuzingatia itifaki hii nimkaribishe naibu wa Inspekta Jenerali anayesimamia kitengo cha askari tawala Bwana Gilbert Masengeli aweze kuzungumza machache na vile vile kuchukua hatamu za ratiba ya kipindi kilichosalia. Karibu Bwana DIG.
Thank you. Your Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, the Governor, Nairobi, the Cabinet Secretary, State Department of Interior and National Administration, the Principal Secretary, State Department of Interior and National Administration, honorable members of the Parliament, Inspector General of Police, service commanders, distinguished guests, graduates, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Your Excellency, sir, it is my honor on behalf of the National Police Service and the entire Administration Police Service to warmly welcome you to the National Police College A campus to grace this historic graduation parade as we celebrate a successful completion of chiefs and assistant chiefs induction, paralegal and security management courses, number 1, 2025, number 2, 2025, and number 3, 2025. The courses have been conducted in 3 cohorts, Your Excellency. Course number 1, 2025, started on 8th of August, 2025 to 28th of August, 2025, comprising of 997 participants, Your Excellency. Course number 2 of 2025 started on 11th, 9, 2025 to 9th, 10, 2025, comprising of 3,058 participants, Your Excellency. Course number 3 started on 10th of October to 6th November 2025, comprising of 1,837 participants, a total of 5,892 chiefs and assistant chiefs across the country have successfully completed an intensive paramilitary training program designed to enhance discipline, resilience, leadership, operational readiness, in line with your directive to strengthen national administration at the grassroots. Our graduates, I urge you to uphold the value of honor, integrity, and service as you adapt to lead with courage and wisdom. Always remember, you are the face of the government in our communities and the bridge between state and the people. Your Excellency, sir, this cohort stands ready to serve. They are mission ready. We are grateful for your unwavering support, your commitment to professionalizing the public service, empowering frontline officers, and enhancing security has made this transformation possible. With humility and great respect to Your Excellency, as we remember, states and nations today do not only depend on their strength, but on the prosperity of their people. Your Excellency, may allow me to invite the Inspector General of Police to give his remarks. Inspector General, welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, the Governor, Nairobi County, the Principal Secretary for Interior and National Administration, Dr. Emo Domoro, the Regional Commissioners, the President, all the service commanders, the members of Parliament present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Your Excellency, sir, We are greatly honored to host you this morning here at the National Police Service Embakasi A campus. I take this opportunity to welcome you and thank you most sincerely for finding time to grace this very auspicious ceremony that marks the end of a training program in paralegal and security management of chiefs and assistant chiefs. Allow me also to appreciate the Interior Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, who has persistently driven this agenda and has continued to steer the ministry with exemplary commitment. This training program, which commenced at the beginning of August, has successfully delivered impactful capacity building for 5,882 chiefs and assistant chiefs in 3 cohorts. Your Excellency, there is no doubt about the critical role that the chiefs and the assistants play in our country. They are the frontline government administrative officers and can be found practically everywhere, from the largest to the smallest administrative stations nationwide. From the capital city of Nairobi to Mombasa, from Lokchogio in northwest to Chimoni and Faga in southeast, and from Moyale in the north to Namanga in the south. Simply put it, chiefs and their assistants are at the face of the government across the country. And this training program will have given them the much needed impetus in their service delivery. As such, today's occasion is a milestone we collectively take great pride in. The National Government Administrative Officers, GAO, who have successfully completed their training here, have been taken through a rich curriculum covering community engagement and communication skills, paralegal and security management competencies, conflict resolution strategies, and an informed understanding of evolving community-level threats. These enhanced skills position them to effectively amplify government programs and messaging while serving as the state's most direct interface with the grassroots communities. Allow me to also mention that these officers leave this institution fitter and healthier thanks to their drills and fitness faculty, which has ensured they are in better physical shape than when they arrived here. We urge them to maintain this improved fitness for a more energetic and vibrant service. Your Excellency, all these efforts are aligned with the broader aspiration of our Constitution. And your government's bottom-up economic transformative agenda, the BETA program, ensuring seamless, efficient, and impactful service delivery. Today, we witness intentions transforming into tangible outcomes. I also wish to emphasize that an empowered and well-trained chief and assistant chief is indispensable within the justice sector framework. They are able to deal with local and basic societal issues without the need for formal prosecutorial and judicial processes stepping in, while smartly embracing alternative dispute resolution mechanisms create cohesion within the grassroots populations, while helping to decongest our police cells and the prisons facilities. The world we live in continues to evolve to a rapid pace. Public servants cannot afford to lag behind as the citizens they serve move ahead. This would be untenable. The success of this reduction underscores the undeniable need for sustained and continuous training in order to empower public officers and accelerate service delivery to our people. Your Excellency, sir, I want to particularly thank you for the support that your government has continued to accord the National Police Service. We remain indebted to you especially recalling that on day one upon assumption of office, amongst the first executive orders you assigned was the actualization of financial autonomy, enabling the National Police Service to perform with relative independence, control, and more efficiency. We are also keenly appreciative of your personal intervention on matters policing housing. Sir, you have ensured that the National Police Service is strongly embedded in the affordable housing program going on in this country. We are extremely grateful for your focus in this area and are now starting to reap the full dividends of dignified housing, an area that for decades the police always lagged behind. Your Excellency, sir, though today is your day, allow me to register the service's profound appreciation for your government support in enabling the recent recruitment of 10,000 police officers who began the 9-month training program a week ago. This timely intervention will greatly help us rebuild our numbers, which are diminished due to the 3-year recruitment gap. As I conclude, may I assure and reaffirm the National Police Service unwavering support to your government as you continue to steer this country to greater heights. Allow me to thank you once more for gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir. I now have the opportunity to invite Dr. Raymond Omoro, our PS Interior, to continue with the program. Welcome.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief, Honorable Dr. William Ruto, the Minister for Interior and National Administration, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, the Inspector General of Police, the DIGs, the service commanders, honorable members of Parliament, the Governor of Nairobi, all colleagues from ministries and agencies, and the graduates, good morning. Mr. President, allow me just to take a minute first to appreciate you for the opportunity that you've granted to close to 6,000 officers, the chiefs and the assistant chiefs, who last underwent this training close to 10 years ago. And this is a testament to the bottom-up economic transformation agenda in which you are focusing on the people at the grassroots. The chiefs and the chiefs here, representing the rest of their colleagues, sit at the heart of that transformation agenda in this administration that you lead, that they are able to support in the delivery of government services, but at the same time become the link between the citizens and your administration. And this training helps in sharpening the human resource capacity that has been lacking across several cadres of government and agencies within the country. Mr. President, allow me in a special way to also appreciate the team that we work with at the ministry, together with a team led by DIG Masengeli of APS, for having arranged this program and undertaken it between the months of August and November. And today is one of the proudest moments as a ministry that we have, that we are seeing this close to 6,000 graduates leave this campus, and they will be going back to the countryside to engage and help and support service delivery of your administration. Lastly, in a special way, let me acknowledge the presence of the leadership of the 2 committees that oversight the ministry, at the Senate, led by the Honorable Fatuma Dulo, and at the National Assembly, led by the Honorable Gilbert Tongoyo. We also have partners who have worked closely with us in various programs, from FAO, from IGAD, as well as the ambassador who is the defense attaché from the Chinese embassy, who are also here. Lastly is to wish all the chiefs and the assistant chiefs the best of luck and to congratulate them for having undergone through this important training program. With those few remarks, Mr. President, allow me to invite the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration to speak and invite you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the Governor of Nairobi, the Inspector General of Police, the team from our ministry led by the PS, and all the distinguished guests present, and all the chiefs, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Chiefs, hoye. Assistant Chiefs, hoye. Your Excellency, the President, we want to thank you. Tunakushukuru sana Rais. Wewe umekuja kuhakikisha kwamba umesimamia kufuzu kwa hawa machifu na naibu wao. Mheshimiwa Rais, nikisema nimesoma historia ya wizara na nimeuliza wale wote walienda mbele yetu. Hakuna rais mwingine tangu tuanze uhuru amekuja preside over graduation ya chiefs na assistant chiefs. This is historic, Your Excellency. Na inaonyesha ya kwamba wewe unazingatia ile policy yako ya bottom up economic transformation agenda na unajali wananchi ama wafanyakazi wa serikali ambao wako chini wanakutumikia na wanatumikia Wakenya kupitia ofisi zako mashinani. Ndiposa wewe mwenyewe umewacha kazi zako nyingi ambazo ungefanya leo na umekuja kuwa nasi. Tunakushukuru sana Mheshimiwa Rais. Ya pili, Mheshimiwa Rais, ni jambo la kushangaza sana. Wakati tulipoanza jukwaa la usalama tarehe 7 mwezi wa 4 mwaka huu kutoka kaunti ya Mombasa, hatukujua ya kwamba shida ambazo au machiefs na assistant chiefs ilikuwa ni tele. Ya kushangaza ni kwamba kuna chiefs wako hapa saa hizi wana graduate, Your Excellency. Waliingia kazi 1997, the oldest one in service is 1997, 28 years, na hajaingia darasa lolote ama training yoyote. Aliingia kazi na akaambiwa endelea, akajaribu bahati. There were some few trainings in between na a good number of officers hapa hawakupata hiyo training. The greatest number of the near 6,000 wamekaa for more than 10 to 15 years hapa. A greater percentage of almost 80% hawajawahi kuenda any training anywhere. So Your Excellency, this is historic because training is extremely important. Inahakikisha kwamba inawapatia skills ya kumanage ile kazi wamekuwa wakifanya huko mashinani. Hawa machiefs, Your Excellency, ni multipurpose na assistant chiefs ni multipurpose officers wa serikali. Wanatumika kwa kazi tofauti nyingi sana. Unajua kwamba walikusaidia kwa registration ya farmers, mambo ya doctors, mambo ya health, working with health promoters. Unajua kwamba hawa machiefs na assistant chiefs wanapambana na pombe na dawa ya kulevya mashinani. Hawa ndio wanasuluhisha shida yenye inawahusu wananchi mashinani. And I want to say without any fear of contradiction, these officers who are before us, Your Excellency, are the most trusted public servants in the entire republic. Your Excellency, hawa machiefs na assistant chiefs pia ningependa kusema wanafanya kazi under very difficult circumstances because under the new constitution there is a new order, and that's why it was important to bring them to training ndio elewe mambo ya human rights, mambo ya negotiation, dispute resolution, how mambo ya approach wananchi na kufanya kazi na hawa. Na kwa hivyo, Your Excellency, we want to appreciate you for really making this possible. From the day tulianza jukwaa la usalama tarehe 7 mpaka tukamaliza tarehe 2 mwezi wa 10, tarehe 7 mwezi wa 4 mpaka tarehe 2 mwezi wa 10, nimekaa na hawa machiefs na assistant chiefs kwa mikutano 48 kwa Kenya mzima, Your Excellency, kusikiliza mambo yao na kupitia yale walisema. We briefed you when we finished every meeting in every county, we gave you a brief, Your Excellency, and in every step, you have worked with us in the ministry, and you have directed us on many of the things that you are going to talk about, some today and some tomorrow during the meeting with you, Your Excellency, which is one of the greatest deliverables that these members were requesting, that they would like to have a meeting with you. And I therefore want to say, Your Excellency, wewe ni shujaa, wewe ni mnyenyekevu, mpenda wananchi, mpenda wale ambao wako chini, ndiposa tumekuona umekuja sehemu hii. Nimalizie kusema, Your Excellency, there are some threats that these chiefs needed to have some training on. One of the problems we have in the country now is gender-based violence, and gender-based violence and sexual offenses. Our chiefs, they play a very critical role in ensuring that gender-based violence is dealt with across the country, especially defilement of young people. Your Excellency, there is also a very important issue. They deal with drugs and alcohol abuse. Drugs, Your Excellency, is a great threat to our young people. They have made many, many young people to become zombies. But with the help of the chiefs and assistant chiefs, there have been major crackdown across the country, and we agreed on a rapid results initiative with NACADA, and these chiefs have done a fantastic job, but a lot needs to be done, and that's why they required also training to see how we can work together to sort these issues. The third issue, Your Excellency, that is a threat to us is the issue of banditry na mambo ya inahusikana na mambo ya Al-Shabaab na mambo mengine ya threats to our security. These chiefs play a very critical role. In fact, Your Excellency, some of our chiefs were abducted going to their work by all those militants. And Your Excellency, those, we consider them our heroes because they are always in the forefront. Some of the chiefs have been killed, Your Excellency, during these raids, banditry and so forth. And therefore, we appreciate them for standing firm, and we want to make sure that they continue getting the necessary training. The last thing, Your Excellency, is goons. There is a phenomenon that has grown in the country, where, especially perpetuated by political leaders, where people, when they want to go for their meetings, they have to mobilize goons to come to cheer them. They are carrying machetes, rungus, and other things, Your Excellency. These chiefs have had a very rough time managing public events, including funerals. And Your Excellency, from the ministry, we have discussed with the IG that, Your Excellency, in the most important issue we must deal with in the next few months, please attend to the officer. In the next few months, is to make sure that, Your Excellency, we deal with the issue of goons across the country. And I must say this, Your Excellency, this must be done without fear or favor. It must be done indiscriminately. And you know, Your Excellency, our IG and the security sector cannot condone that behavior. And what we saw yesterday in Nairobi cannot be condoned. And I believe that, Your Excellency, you will get results the way you directed the IG yesterday. You will get results to ensure that those who are behind carrying goons to meetings, to paint security sector and to paint these officers in a bad light shall be dealt with, and they will face the law. Your Excellency, this is your day. This is not our day. We are very, very honored to be having to meet you 2 days consecutively. We appreciate you. We thank you. And this is your time now to officially take charge of this meeting and commission these men and women to go and serve. Welcome, Your Excellency, the President. Let's be upstanding to welcome the President.
Asante sana waziri. Tafadhali wale mko na viti, mnaweza kuketi. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today's gathering is significant, not only because of the indispensable role that the officers before me play in securing our nation, but also because it comes at a moment when Kenya is undergoing one of the most far-reaching transformations in our recent history. You, the national government administration officers, particularly chiefs and assistant chiefs, stand at the center of this transformation. You are the bridge between the state and the public in the remotest parts of Kenya, in every village, the first responders when crisis strikes, and the daily visible face of government to millions of Kenyans across our nation. I have received, as the Minister has said, the Jukwaa la Usalama report, a document that captures the reality of millions of Kenyans in matters of security, governance, and community well-being. It reflects the concerns and equally the aspirations of our people, insights from local leaders and citizens, and clear recommendations to strengthen service delivery, public order, and public security. I commend the team at Interior, led by the Minister, for steering the Jukwaa la Usalama consultations across the 47 counties, and for ensuring that the voice of the citizens remains firmly at the heart of policy formulation. Kenya's security has remained largely stable due to the dedication of the National Government Administration officers, security agencies, and the resilience of our communities. Yet, as we all appreciate, the threat environment is changing. We are confronted with community-level conflicts requiring swift intervention, sporadic criminal activities driven by socioeconomic pressures, emerging threats shaped by technology and evolving criminal tactics, localized tensions over resources, boundaries, and competition, and humanitarian challenges such as drought, displacement, and natural hazards that strain communities. These realities demand proactive leadership, accurate intelligence, coordinated action, and a professional administration that works hand in hand with citizens as partners. The Jukwaa la Usalama forums were genuine public engagements, and their recommendations must and will be translated into concrete action. The stability of our country, the success of our economic transformation, is directly tied to the work you do every single day. Your service enables farmers to produce and transport goods safely, traders to conduct business free from extortion and disruption, youth to pursue opportunities peacefully, infrastructure projects to proceed without interference, and communities to maintain confidence in public institutions. I must single out chiefs and their assistants for supporting the Ministry of Agriculture. When I came into office, we had only 300,000 registered farmers. But in a record 3 weeks, chiefs and assistants across Kenya raised that number to above 5 million. And they did it free of charge. I want to say congratulations to the chiefs. Now the Ministry of Agriculture has documented farmers, whether they are coffee, tea, wheat, maize, sugarcane, and all other farmers. They have also are now in the process of documenting all our livestock farmers to make sure that agriculture is driven on the basis of data that is accurate, and that we can design public policy and carry out public support to all sectors on the basis of accurate information. A secure and orderly environment is the first foundation for investment, growth, and shared prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, our bottom-up economic transformation agenda rests on the understanding that economic progress is impossible without security, stability, and accountable leadership. I say this knowing very clearly that when I entrusted the responsibility of managing the Interior docket to CS Murkomen, and he asked me what were my expectations of this sector, I asked him to go and listen to the people at the grassroots, to go and engage chiefs, their assistants, the Nyumba Kumi people, and citizens. I am very happy of the outcome of that engagement because it truly reflects a bottom-up approach to security, and it gives us the needed information that will guide our formulation of the undertaking of security operations, governance interventions, and policy coordination in government. I must commend chiefs and their assistants and the Nyumba Kumi people below you for supporting the registration of SHA, making sure that every citizen is registered. The work you are doing records every day 30,000 Kenyans register on SHA. Today we have 27.8 million people registered. Most of that effort has been undertaken by leaders at the grassroots, community health promoters, chiefs, their assistants, and people at that level. I must also commend you for what you are doing on matters education. We have agreed that no child, irrespective of the family they come from, should be left behind in matters education. It is the responsibility of every chief and assistant to make sure that no child in your locality is left behind or remains without going to school. I am very happy with the reports that I am getting on what chiefs and their assistants are doing and what the whole national government administration officers are doing. The achievements we are recording in agriculture, MSMEs, digital transformation, housing, health, and education depend fundamentally on your work at the grassroots. Allow me to highlight key progress and the programs you are mandated to support and safeguard. Agriculture remains the anchor of our bottom-up economic transformation agenda and the foundation of our economic renewal. Key achievements and ongoing initiatives include the registration of over 7.1 million farmers now for the fertilizer subsidy program and other policy interventions required by government. Expansion of farmer support initiatives to increase productivity and to reduce the cost of production. Strengthening value chains to create jobs and broaden market access. Major investments in irrigation and water harvesting to mitigate climate shocks and enhance access to inputs, training, and market linkages. I urge you to promote these programs, ensure that farmers receive the services they are entitled to, resolve resource-based disputes promptly, and guarantee equitable access to inputs and opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, micro, small, and medium enterprises remain the engine of our local economies. Ongoing efforts include the expansion of access to finance platforms such as Hustler Fund, the National Youth Opportunities Towards Advancement Nyota, and the National Government Affirmative Action Funds, strengthening cooperatives and community enterprises, and advancing county-level industrialization through county aggregation and industrial parks. The minister just recorded that chiefs and assistants and all members of the national government administration officers are multi-purpose officers. Your support is for all sectors of government, from health to education to security to all the other sectors that require government support. And I have instructed that any government policy that has been passed by national government or county government, it is our responsibility, it is your responsibility to support all development, whether they are being undertaken by national government or county government, so long as it is for the benefit of the people of Kenya. You owe such policy interventions support. Since the Nyota program was launched, which is now going on around Kenya, our target is to reach 110,000 young entrepreneurs nationally. The program also includes on-the-job experience for 90,000 young people and recognition of prior learning for 20,000 alongside savings and capacity building initiatives to help young people trade with government. And when I say young people, I mean both men and women, and I did specifically single out single mothers to participate in this exercise. Your role is to mobilize beneficiaries, support fair trading environments, eliminate disruptions, promote good governance in cooperatives and SACCOs, and facilitate access to information on government policies and opportunities. At the same time, the government continues to expand digital public services to enhance efficiency and transparency. Over 27,000 services have already been onboarded onto the digital platforms, with further expansion underway, including universal connectivity and the rollout of Jitume labs in all wards. You are expected to adopt digital systems fully, ensure accurate reporting, and support citizens in accessing digital services. Our housing agenda seeks to stimulate employment and provide dignified living conditions. Ongoing programs include affordable housing projects in urban and peri-urban areas, upgrading of roads, electricity connectivity, water provision, modern markets, public facilities linked to housing projects, and job creation opportunities for young people. When we say, for example, for all public infrastructure constructions, it is your responsibility to ensure that young people from that particular locality become beneficiaries. They become part of the development of whatever infrastructure that is going on in whatever locality. We are rolling out a big market infrastructure program around Kenya. It is also your responsibility to work with the county governments to make sure that accurate identification of beneficiaries is undertaken, because these are public resources that have been used to develop this infrastructure. You are expected to enhance public awareness, counter misinformation, mobilize uptake and protect public land, and support orderly implementation of all government projects. Your role is to ensure households are informed, to support community health workers in outreach programs. Our ambition is to nurture a globally competitive generation of young people. Ongoing initiatives are expanding school infrastructure and basic education, implementing new university funding model, ensuring 100% transition from primary to secondary and from secondary to tertiary institutions, while expanding technical and vocational training and improving on school feeding program and safety net programs. You are required to support enrollment, retention, school safety, and mobilization for education programs. For you to execute this responsibility effectively, you must continuously educate yourself on government programs, ensuring that you articulate them accurately and confidently. Let me appreciate that this training is being undertaken 10 years after the last one was undertaken, which is not quite right. My instructions to the ministry is that every officer, chief and assistant chief, including our other officers, as soon as they are hired, they should not stay for more than 6 months before they come for this training. Many of the officers standing before me here have served for close to 10 years without training. I know you have gone through difficult times because this training is necessary for you to be much more effective, much more efficient, and I appreciate that many of you have been looking forward to this opportunity. You have piled a lot of pressure on the ministry, and I am glad that finally we are here. We are going to be providing training also for our other officers, the senior officers above you. Shortly, I did meet with them so that we can make sure that we carry everybody on board. Let me also commend that tomorrow I am going to have an extensive conversation with you based on the request. There was a request placed during the Jukwaa la Usalama engagements that because you are officers under the office of the president, and whenever I walk around, whenever I travel around Kenya, I sometimes get shocked, you know, in a remote place. I find there is a plaque there, office of the president. And sometimes I wonder how I have an office in some very remote place. And because you are officers under the office of the president, it is only fair that you meet the president. And so that appointment is tomorrow morning for breakfast, and then we will have an extensive conversation. Kwa sababu nyinyi mlikuwa mnanitafuta na mimi pia nilikuwa nawatafuta. So tutakutana kesho. Mimi nataka niwapongeze machiefs wetu, assistant chiefs wetu.
Kazi mzuri chini ya nahodha Superintendent of Police.
Napo wanapoomba ruhusa wanabendi wetu ili kuweza kutoka kiwanjani. Kipindi kinachofuata Mheshimiwa Rais ni kipindi viwili tu vitakavyoweza kuwa vifupi na vya haraka, ikiwa ni pamoja na kwaya nayo display of uniform. Ila kwa sasa tutampisha parade commander aweze kufunga gwaride hili rasmi.
Mheshimiwa Rais, naomba uweze kupokea saluti hiyo. Ni tamaduni yetu ya kutamatisha gwaride.
Basi vile parade commander anapoenda kumsalimia Mheshimiwa Rais, tutaweza kuleta kipindi cha display of uniform. Kwako Madam Sara.
Asante. Ni kikundi ambacho kinaongozwa na Corporal Kennedy Manya. Mheshimiwa Rais, naomba utaweza kuelekezwa na Inspector Generali kwa ukaguzi wa sare hizi. Vile watakaojumuika nawe ni Waziri wa Usalama wa Ndani Mheshimiwa Murkomen, Katibu wa kudumu katika wizara hiyo Mheshimiwa Dr. Omolo, vile naye Madam Opora, ili waweze kukusaidia katika masuala ya kukufahamisha fike kuhusu sare hizi. Naomba kukualika Mheshimiwa Rais, ukielekezwa na Inspector Generali, vile na Naibu Inspector Generali katika huduma ya polisi tawala, naye Waziri wa Usalama wa Ndani na Utawala wa nchi yetu, naye Katibu wa kudumu katika wizara hiyo, pamoja na Madam Opora, our able pass. Pale mwanzo Mheshimiwa Rais, ni sare ambazo huwa zinavaliwa wakati wa shughuli za kawaida, yani normal duty days. Sare hizo zina jina ambalo ni tunic uniforms. Kikundi cha kwanza kimevalia kabuti ambazo huwa zinavaliwa wakati wa baridi kabisa. Vile hapo katika kikundi cha pili, akina dada ama kina mama ambao wanashughulika katika kazi hizi wameweza kujaliwa na mafundi kabisa. Hata kama wamebarikiwa katika kuongeza idadi ya Wakenya, wanapata kuna sare ambazo bado zinaweza valika kwa njia inayostahili. Vile baada yao ni wale wamevalia light uniforms ambazo ni za normal duty, wakiwa pia wenzao wanafuata na zile sare za sweta. Kisha baadaye ni wale ambao wamevalia ceremonial ambazo huvaliwa na bado tuko katika kikundi cha tunic uniforms ambazo huvaliwa wakati wa shughuli za kawaida kama vile baraza na mikutano mingine ile, na hata kukaa afisini kwa sababu ya shughuli za kila siku. Na sasa Mheshimiwa Rais, hizo ni zile sare ambazo ni ceremonial ambazo maafisa hawa huzivalia wakati wa siku kuu za kitaifa kama vile Jamhuri Day, Madaraka Day pamoja na Mashujaa Day. Na walio wa mwisho ni wale ambao wamevalia bado zile sare za sherehe kuu za kitaifa, lakini hizo huvaliwa haswa wakati wewe mwenyewe uko katika eneo hilo kwa sababu ya kutofautisha wakati upo na wakati haupo.
Na basi baada ya kipindi hicho cha kuweza kuonyesha mavazi yetu rasmi, tutamwalika Mheshimiwa Rais tena aweze kurudi kwenye jukwaa.
Kazi mzuri Corporal Manya kwa uongozi wa gwaride hilo fupi. Maridadi kabisa, asante sana. Naomba tunaweza keti tulio jukwani. Tunaingia katika kipindi cha burudani, kipindi ambacho tutaweza kupakuliwa na machifu wetu wakiwa na wimbo wa kumwambia Mheshimiwa Rais asante sana kwa sababu ya kuwezesha haya yote kufanyika, haya ambayo yataweza kuwasaidia kuendelea katika huduma zao kwa njia ambayo ni tofauti mno, njia ambayo ulimwengu wa sasa unahitaji kwa sana. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa Rais uweze kuburudika.
Tumshangilie Mheshimiwa Rais kwa kuweza kujumuika na kwaya jameni. Machifu na maibu chifu, wapi makofi ya Mheshimiwa Rais? Tumshangilie jameni kwa kuweza kujumuika na kwaya yetu. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais. Basi tumpigie makofi Mheshimiwa Rais anapojumuika nasi kwenye jukwaa. Tafadhali tumshangilie na tumpongeze kwa makofi. Wapi vigelegele na makofi jameni?
Walikuwa wanaelekezwa na APC Justus Lisiola. Makofi mazuri tena kwao wanapoondoka jameni. Pongezi kwa yetu, kazi mzuri APC Justus Lisiola na bendi, bila kuwasahau kwa sababu ya kazi ambayo pia mmeifanya ndio mkarembesha muziki huu. Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa sasa kitakachofuata ni kipindi cha mwisho, kipindi cha kumbukizi, kipindi cha upigaji picha ambacho kitatufaa sana sisi wote kwa sababu kitatupa kumbukumbu ya daima kutokana na picha hiyo. Tutakuwa na picha 4. Picha ya kwanza itakuwa ni picha ambayo nitamuomba kamanda mkuu wa chuo hiki kuweza kuteremka.